Hi, Steve. Thank you so much for welcoming the virtual delegation from Northern Ireland Friends of Israel. Please tell us a bit about the Sarah Herzog Hospital in Jerusalem.
Okay, first of all, thank you for the invitation. And yes, we're very proud of our connection with Ireland. The hospital is named after Rabbanit Sarah Herzog, who was the president of the hospital for 37 years. In actual fact, the hospital was established in 1894, and at that point, it was called Ezrat Nashim, located in the old city of Jerusalem. It was set up by a group of women who were helping other women who lived in poverty and had one child after another. And those days, they didn't know what postpartum depression was, but these women were suffering from postpartum depression, so they set up like sort of a shelter. This quickly developed in 1906 to a full psychiatric hospital for men as well. And for the first 75 years, the hospital was primarily a psychiatric hospital. When Sarah Herzog moved to Israel, she became very active and soon was the president of the hospital for 37 years. When she passed away in the 80s, the board of the hospital decided to change the name of the hospital from Ezrat Nashim to Herzog Hospital. Over the years, the hospital's service has changed dramatically. Back in the 70s, when psychiatric care was not so much institutionalized, but through drug therapy, and the population of Israel was aging, and there weren't any geriatric specific hospitals in Israel. We slowly switched from psychiatry to geriatrics. Today, the hospital has 600 beds. 2/3 are geriatric. About 10% today is psychiatric. And we have an adult respiratory department and the only children's chronic respiratory care department in Israel. We're very proud of what we've accomplished since 1894. We're located at the entrance to Jerusalem. For those of you who have been to Israel, on the road from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, before you get to the entrance to Jerusalem, the first right turn you can make, that's where you'll find Herzog Hospital. We today are in COVID-19 mode because of our expertise in respiratory care. We've been turned to help guide other general hospitals in Israel. Again, we're not a general hospital with an emergency ward and a maternity ward and so on. Today, for example, we are the leading physical rehabilitation hospital in the country for people after hip surgery and strokes. So we are certainly, even though we're based in Jerusalem, a national center for so many services at Herzog and Israel, sorry.
Steve, if our delegates on our trip want to know a bit more about the hospital, where would they get information from?
Well, I could give you my home telephone number, but instead, the best way to get information is through our website, which is Herzog Hospital, HERZOG, HOSPITAL, all one word, .org. And clearly, we have a Facebook page, and you can search Herzog Hospital there as well. And all the information about all the things we do are posted on our website. In addition to the 600-bed inpatient service, we have 2 outpatient services in the mental health field. We have a community mental health center that sees approximately 2,000 people each month, ranging from kids with ADHD to people with depression and obsessive compulsive disorder and early onset Alzheimer's. But this is on an outpatient basis because we have also developed an international reputation for our advances in diagnosing and treating Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. In fact, that could be another interview you want to set up, because there are all kinds of ways that people can prevent or dramatically decrease the chances of getting Alzheimer's.
And it is amazing to think that all that work that you've mentioned It's connected through the blessed memory of Sarah Herzog, who came to Belfast as a 19, 20-year-old young woman, recently married to the rabbi of our community. Thank you so much for your time, and look forward to seeing you in Jerusalem one day, please God.
And anybody that wants, when you come to visit Herzog, when you come to visit Israel, please contact me. Easiest is through info@herzoghospital.org. And I will arrange a special tour of the hospital, and you get to see the portrait of Rabbanit Sarah Herzog that is at the entrance to the hospital.
Lovely. Thank you so much. God bless.
My pleasure. All the best and good health.
Thank you.